been disrespectful to this court. Yes, ma'am. You sleep at home in your bed, not in court. And quite frankly, I don't like your attitude. Sleep in my courtroom one more time and put you in the back, understood? You don't care? As soon as we bring the prisoner out, she can step back there.
A recent courtroom incident in Detroit involving a judge and a 15-year-old girl has raised concerns about the appropriateness of certain disciplinary actions.
You're not fazed by this at all, are you?
On August 14, 2024, the teen was attending a courtroom field trip organized by the Greening of Detroit, a non-profit aimed at environmental education. The students were there to observe legal proceedings and meet a judge, but the situation took an unexpected turn when the teen dozed off during the session. The presiding judge, Kenneth King, noticed her sleeping and reacted harshly.
You've been disrespectful to this court. Yes, ma'am. You sleep at home in your bed, not in court. And quite frankly, I don't like your attitude.
Judge King, visibly irritated, reprimanded the girl for falling asleep and warned her that if it happened again, there would be consequences.
How old are you? You're old enough to know better. What is your problem?
I apologize.
His exact words were, "You fall asleep in my courtroom one more time, I'm going to put you in back, understood?" When the girl failed to adjust her behavior to his satisfaction and reportedly talked back, Judge King escalated the situation by ordering her to be placed in handcuffs and made to wear a jail uniform. He also threatened her with juvenile detention, going so far as to describe the unpleasant conditions she would face there. According to reports, the judge wanted to make an example of the teen and intended to teach her a lesson in courtroom decorum and respect. In his view, it was a form of tough love, similar to the Scared Straight program, which seeks to deter at-risk youth by exposing them to the harsh realities of the criminal justice system. Judge King defended his actions by stating that he felt compelled to intervene because of the girl's attitude.
Maybe she needs to go to the juvenile detention facility. You do understand that we have a jail for kids.
Which he found disruptive. He believed that by making the situation look and feel real, he could instill in the teen and her peers the seriousness of the courtroom environment and the consequences of misbehavior. However, the non-profit organization that organized the field trip and the girl's family were far from supportive of the judge's methods. The Greening of Detroit issued a statement expressing concern over the incident, calling it traumatic for the young girl.
Not a very pleasant place to be in that. You guys enjoy your freedom, don't you? Yes. You don't have any freedom there. That's where you want to go?
A spokesperson for the organization argued that the judge's actions were excessive and inappropriate, particularly given the context of a field trip meant to educate young people about the legal system.
She's nervous, doesn't do well with public speaking, didn't want to necessarily speak today. I'm just tired, that's all.
They stated that the students should have simply been asked to leave the courtroom if the judge felt they were being disrespectful. The teen's mother, Latorea Hill, further criticized Judge King's actions. She explained that her daughter and family were going through a difficult time and were currently without stable housing. Hill raised an important question during an interview with a local news outlet, asking how the judge could assume her daughter even had a proper bed to sleep in. She pointed out that the girl was tired, likely due to their precarious living situation, and should not have been subjected to such harsh treatment. Following the incident, the judge faced immediate backlash from the community and legal authorities. The Chief Justice of the 36th District Court, William McConaughey, initiated a swift investigation, and Judge King was temporarily removed from hearing cases. The removal was framed as an opportunity for necessary training for the judge, though it is unclear how long his suspension will last. The Chief Justice's decision reflected the seriousness with which the court viewed the judge's conduct, as it deviated from acceptable disciplinary norms, particularly in the context of minors visiting the court. Despite the growing criticism, Judge King stood by his actions, stating that his primary intention was to reach the young girl and prevent her from becoming involved in more serious legal trouble in the future. He claimed that he spoke with the girl's parents after the incident and even offered to mentor her, highlighting his belief that his approach, though unconventional, was driven by a desire to help rather than harm. He admitted that while there was a possibility he could have placed the teen in juvenile detention, he ultimately decided against it. Nonetheless, the psychological and emotional toll of the event on the young girl and her peers remains a focal point of the ongoing debate surrounding the judge's actions. This event has drawn attention to the fine line between discipline and mistreatment in judicial settings, especially involving minors. While the judge sought to instill respect for the courtroom, his tactics have raised concerns about the use of power in such settings, particularly when it comes to youth. The incident also underscores the need for sensitivity when addressing the unique challenges faced by at-risk children, including those from unstable or disadvantaged backgrounds. As the investigation into Judge King's actions continues, broader discussions about appropriate methods of correction and education in legal environments are likely to emerge.